Final game. Bungledores versus versus Polar Dwarves. Yeah, I can remember that. Yeah, very exciting match. Um, we want to get up there. That's a pretty good start. Well, I mean, I'd say it's yeah. I mean, well, good in that just keeping everything safe. Is where you want to be. My hand is not so good for just spawning units or doing anything. I'm probably gonna release the spores for one spore, which never feels good. I'm probably also gonna expose cooldock up here, which also never feels good. Um, uh, yeah. Hmm. I might just keep him back there. No, we've got to get up, but without another gate spot, I'm just sort of exposing him needlessly. Yeah, but we get a carrier out of it. I think it's fine. Yeah, let's do it. And we do have that carrier in our discard pile. Um, this will be good. And got symbiotic and stem shrooms in hand, and yet they're going away. They're going to live on a happy farm. Um, would love to have anything else. Would love to have a second carrier. Um, yeah, I really wish Release the Spores could grab out of drop pile. It feels like that's what it wants to do. Um, yep. Come eat Cool Deck. Come eat 'em up. That's what I'm asking for. I like that. Nope. Gonna go for my engine. I suppose that makes sense too. Um, yeah, we don't. And the hand is good. What we want. We just need some commons. We need to gate really badly. Um, so we're gonna keep dropping down to 0 cards until we see a gate. Um, um, might be able to if this mage lives. Okay, good. Um, with this mage alive, I think we can get this carrier into a beast. Not trivial. Um, I mean, we could double mage it up. Um, if we did 2 mages, we can turn it into a beast right frickin' now. It's a little bit silly, but that lets us get infects right away, which is what you want. We could also just use a shaman to accomplish this. We could also try to grab this spot. So what could it be? It would um, be carrier like mage. I guess it would have to be shaman, which is just such a waste of a shaman. But it would have to be shaman. No, because we need the double mage if we want to pop it off this turn. Um, so it would have to be mage, mage, carrier. Um, which doesn't feel super good. Well, it could also be um carrier, mage to here, bulldog to here, and then we have a beast. Um, yeah, that seems like it could be not so bad. Um, let's see it in action real quick. I'm not desperately forgetting something. I mean, getting that beast out right away doesn't feel like like incredibly necessary. But getting this infect feels really good, man. And now I have all these carriers in hand. Oh, and I don't really have any use for them. They're gonna have to be dropped into the discard pile, which feels kind of bad. Um, yep, looks good. Yep, we got a carrier in that pile. All right, let's do it. Yeah, well, Wardy seems to be defending against us very well. The fortress setup is very strong. Um, and I mean, we grab this spot, but they can still move the gate. Uh, okay, maybe we hold one carrier in hand. As like a useful thing. How many? So right now we're at three carriers. We're at three carriers and two beast capacity. Would I rather have this carrier in hand or discard pile? Um, we're gonna have food for infect either way. I think I'm just gonna hold it in hand. Then I feel like I'm gonna get some use out of this. It was a little bit greedy. Yeah, so maybe it was wrong. Because I drew other stuff right away. We got the other gate though, so we're in the clear. We're not getting steamrolled at the beginning. So that's good. Now where to put that gate will be maybe the toughest decision, but we'll figure it out. Lots of ice smiths. Yep, like ice smiths choked points seem like how to do this matchup. All right. Yeah. So it seems like we'd want just like carriers and Maldar right here. The question is going to be where the beast goes. Or where the gate goes. Because I mean, gate could go here. Gate could go here. Gate could just go here. Like, that's fine too. Feel like the more forward the gate, the better. So like, I'm tempted to do gate here. And we can occupy both sides of it. Yeah, so that it seems good to just put the gate up there. Right away. Let's see. How many moves do we get? I think we can afford to bring this shaman up. Yeah, we can. Um, uh, do we want to do a similar thing where we turn this into a beast this turn? Let's see if we can do that. We'd have to blood imbue it twice, which would be hard. We'd have to like move this other mage up. I mean, if we move the other mage up, we could definitely turn it into a beast this turn. Um, yeah, so this guy definitely goes here, and this guy goes here. With that other move, though, so we can still do this, though. We can do that and then just do a single blood imbue. I mean, Maldar isn't getting too much use right there, but like it's fine. We'll figure out something to do with Maldar. And then okay, I gotta check my capacity again. Currently at four carrier, three beast capacity, which is pretty good. And we've just got two beasts and a carrier and discard pile. So I'm thinking, we attack our own carrier, and then go for the infect on that golem. Obviously, breaking this parapet is kind of nice, but they don't have that many spawn spots right now, so it's fine. Yeah, and just to confirm, we do have the carrier. We do have the beast in the discard pile. Yep. So this will be good. It's very easy to make a crippling misplay as fungal dwarves. That's just their nature. If it turned out I didn't have a beast in that in this pile, that would be pretty bad. I got scared because the discard pile doesn't come up because normally it comes up, but I only had one, so I guess it didn't. Yep, and we have a carrier in there too. So we're popping off. Engine is churning. Yeah, it's always dangerous placing forward gates like this because you don't want to block yourself off from like getting lanes if they can like occupy it fully. This might not actually give you any spawn spots. But since we're able to occupy both sides immediately, it seems very strong. It's kind of a shame couldn't have gotten boost onto this guy now that I think about it. Not gonna not gonna beat myself up too much for it though. I think we can discard this pretty readily. Maybe not. Like maybe we want it next turn. I think the carrier like so normally I go ham and just discard everything, but this matchup's kind of slow, and we can definitely get full boost onto this carrier with this like either of these die, we can just spawn a carrier and do it again. So we're gonna hold the carrier. We're not gonna hold the beast. Accumulate a bit of magic and maybe play our mages. All right, very strong. That would have been a reason to try to finish off that parapet last turn before it was too late. We've now officially entered too late territory. That's okay. Um, Jarmoond, yeah. So Jarmoond and parapets is this is a very, just a very strong line against us. Have to see how it works out. Okay, demanding. We could demand on Jarmoond and try to execute Jarmoond this turn. It would only be 7 dice, so like it's nothing crazy. But like still kind of good. We can. It's probably better to just execute this parapet. Um, uh, yeah, we can't do both, I guess, unfortunately, unless we bring Maldar up. Um, yeah, why don't we do that? Let's bring Maldar up. So we can do carrier. The more shamans, the better. Might rethink that. Yeah, I'm gonna rethink that shaman actually. Just because it's not getting any use this turn. Uh, okay, so my thought was here, here. Oh yes, yeah. That's not how Blood and View works. Okay. Can't do that. Okay, something else we should consider. Do we want to release the spores this turn? Um, we've got carriers in the pile. It doesn't feel like it would be that much value this turn. Yeah, so it seems like unfortunately we can't really get to be where we want with this carrier. This carrier, we might just need to let it die in that case. And we can instead go over here. Another ice repair would be pretty bad, but I don't mind damaging Jarmoond a fair bit. It's kind of feels like value wasted, because it is. Um, let's see. Are we gonna release the sports this turn as well? Looks like we can. Looks like there's no reason not to. I mean, having I'm being warned over and over again, not to have more carriers and beasts than you can really use. And that's fair. So we'll think about not doing it as well. Maldar not getting any use this turn. It's unfortunate. Yep. I think we're just gonna demand that carrier. So we have a beast in the discard pile. Um, yeah, it's really a shame. Okay, you know something else we could do? This is getting kind of silly at this point. Uh, what if what if we did this? Um, we're just leaving Jarmund, which doesn't feel good, but we do this, this, and this. Now we can get this carrier up to 2 boosts, and so it can be a super carrier. That's going to be at 3 boosts at the end of my turn without being a beast yet. Um, yeah, and then we just get some dice over here. I think this is good. Maybe even better. Yeah, so this will be a carrier at 2 boosts. That'll be a beast. We have, how many beasts do we have total right now? Just takes a while to talk through fungal dwarves. Yep. We still have, yeah. So we're at 4 and 4 capacity. Which is good. We still got carriers in there. All right. And this is a game where we definitely want to be playing faster. But that means we could easily make a mistake. So gotta think about it. Yeah, fungal dwarfs under pressure definitely be their downfall. All right. If we have another ice repair, I will just like be very upset. Do we want to release the spores? Yeah, like my instinct says yes. I feel like most people, or I feel like I've been told not to. But I feel like we're getting our back up here and ready. Take it on. Do I want to discard that beast? I feel like I do as well. Just because I don't see myself playing that. I'm gonna hold the shaman. I'm gonna hold demand though. And we have 3 beasts in discard pile. All right, good. Um, fungal dwarves. It's just so cool how unique they are. Like just without fail, any beginner that just like looks at them is just like what. Like if you just had never seen the fungal dwarves before and you just see and you just see this board, you're like, what is this? Just like this wall of units, and yet you can have this wall of units and totally be losing. Like I am not winning right now, or at least it's, I don't know, like it's I would say it's tied up right now. Like I haven't, like, what Waterdy still has a ton of resources on me. Fungal engine is churning, but like it's not like it's going crazy. Yeah, I'd say it's tied up right now, even though it's very easy to, like, as someone who isn't familiar. Why does this carrier only have 2 boosts? Oh, it's within. Pfft, I'm an idiot. I'm so dumb. Thought it was gonna get a third with the cool deck. But no, that's not how it works. Well, uh, you know, that's a shame. But we'll survive. Gotta have some misplays. Otherwise it wouldn't be fungal dwarves. Alright, these carriers are gonna be popping off. Yep. No regret about discarding those beasts in that case. Yeah, cool deck isn't exactly where the engine is churning the most, but it's fine. And I don't love, like, the demand here. Okay, anyway. Let's see, where do I have way more stuff than I can sort of use right now. Um, which is maybe where you're told you don't want to be. Um, okay, how about no, this has the same problem. I was thinking of moving Cooldock to the side this turn. It's looking increasingly impossible. Um, well, maybe let's just do this. Um, okay, wait, if I move Cooldock to the side, this beast is dead during the build phase, which means we get an attack on Cool Doc, um, which is not so nice. So maybe this is not the turn to move Cool Doc to the side. Um, okay, in which case, what turn is it? Is it a turn to get a free beast rider? I guess it or get a free beast. I guess it is. I guess we're just gonna look at this. I guess we don't even need that shaman. I guess that shaman isn't doing anything for us. Because the mage can do this alone. Um. Yep. Definitely a case of too much going on. But I mean, as I first played Fungal Dwarves, it was like I would not consider that to be an issue. I've later been told that it is such. Um, yeah, this shaman could be in danger, but doesn't really matter. Um, this carrier just being directly behind is fine. And then so we got to think about we do have 3 beasts in the discard pile, which is the only reason this is remotely sustainable. Um, Otherwise, it would not be. But yeah, we're gonna have 3 explosions this turn. There's a lot of explosions. Yeah, for sure. 3 beasts in the discard pile. I'm not seeing a ton of use for a gate back here, but not seeing a ton of reason to discard it either. More magic. Yeah, I mean, there really isn't much reason to put that gate there. So yeah, more magic, sure. Do I need more shamans? I sure don't. Like, I sure do not need more shamans. Do I need the magic that I'll be getting by discarding the shaman? Sure. I could also just play the shaman in the back. I could also just have it played here and move it up next turn. Just as more shamans that are helping out. Okay, well, I don't know if that's even that good. Really gotta take this turn, like even on a competitive level. We will time out. Yeah, I think I want that shaman. Screw it, let's do it. Because I think I want to cycle my hand, and I have plenty of magic. All right, this time for real. We're going down. We're hitting this. We're hitting end of that phase. We're hitting end of that phase. We are confirming one last time that we do in fact have 3 beasts in our pile. Yep, all good. All right, we are going to demand. This would be a crazy 5 for 5 if we got it. Kind of sucks otherwise because this beast has a decent chance of one-shotting us. Unfortunate. Beast is gonna have a lot of boosts on it by the end. All right, let's see. Let's see this. Yeah, I guess if we hit this, that's pretty good too. All right, that's pretty good. And I think we want to hit this parapet too. More than I want to hit that gate. Nice. And we gotta damage this beast so we can kill it at some point. Yeah, yeah. It's very interesting to hear discussion about like the best fungal dwarf strat is you're not pushing out too many units because that's just like my first instinct when I'm playing fungal dwarves and sort of mostly how I still play them. It's just like more units the better. Like I'm not concerned about it. You shouldn't be concerned about it. Okay, we're not getting blood blooms with both of these. Yeah, good stuff. Um, we got some beasts. Engine is still churning. We're gonna monster. We got very lucky with monstro in the bottom 4. That's if I could put him there every time, I would. Um, like he's uh nice not to have to hold him the whole game. Um, yeah, and we got another gate. I don't know if we'll play it. We have to. I'm feeling a little behind, if I'm being honest, especially since we haven't seen either ram shift turn. All our stuff is kind of not doing anything back here. We need to get more up. We need to keep up the pressure. Not doing as much as we can. Oh, we have used both release spores. Huh, that's funny. Maybe I should have saved it that one turn. If there's any time where it's like maybe I just overplayed my hand, it was that release spores that I didn't really need to play. Putting a gate in front of yep. So not Beast Rider now means Bear Cav means guaranteed kill on the Beast Rider. Putting that gate in front of Fungal Beast is very good. Jarmoon getting some value. We have another demand, but we don't really have like a beast to take advantage of it. We're gonna have a monstrosity. That's gonna be our really our only plan for this end game. So otherwise things don't look quite so hot. Um, one attack, two attack, get a third attack over there. Yeah, like maybe we'd want a gate over there. Not seeing it. So what? So got limited attacks. Got a lot of things to attack, but only so many. Seems like Beast is coming down here. Um, I don't know. Does Cooldock like put another gate here or something silly? Um, it doesn't seem like we occupy this spot. Like we sure could, but that feels like that's out of range of the Cooldock zone. Um, um, this shaman could just get a snipe off on that golem. We can start breeding our monstrosity over here. I kind of don't mind just moving up with Cooldock. We don't have a release spores, but at least we can attack that gate for some damage. Yeah, and we can do some discards too. We don't. We have the symbiotic turn. We're not going to get a ton of value out of it. We even hold symbiotic to get some more value out of it later. But it makes a pretty big difference against this beast. Yeah, so I'm just gonna play it. And uh, let's let's move let's move some boosts over onto here. Well, how many more moves do we have? We have a few. So actually, let's move three boosts onto this beast. That'll just help keep it alive for a while. Do we want to make it four or even five? Uh, it'd be funny. Because it could easily get assassinated, but that's a pretty good spot a pretty good spot, for our guy. Uh, yeah, sure, let's make it five. Kind of using up our boosts, or yeah, kind of spending our boosts willy-nilly, but I think we're doing fine on that. Yeah, we have plenty of boosts. And do I want to put six on this beast? Right now, if they kill anything, Monstro won't pop off. Um, yeah, maybe let's do that. It seems like that could be a pretty good space for Monstro. They could kill it somehow. Okay, well, let's not worry about it then. Okay, we have one attack, two attack, three attacks. We're holding demand just cause. Um, think we might even hold the gates. We might not even have a monster next turn. All right. I've been thinking for long enough. I'm sure I didn't check carriers, but I'm sure we have carriers. Yep. We got 3. We got 4. We got all carriers. Do we have a carrier draw? No, we have all carriers in the pile. Start working on this gate. I don't really mind this line. I don't really like taking out this gate because that sort of just that exposes us where we weren't before, and we don't really get that much. I think they get more out of it than we do. Okay, do we want to discard the gate? We're gonna start having to play faster because it seems like this is gonna be going on for a while. Discard gate. Don't discard gate. Gate could keep cooldown safe if necessary. I don't think it's necessary. All right, good. Oh, I meant to damage this guy instead of discarding a boost. Oh well. So we could get monster out guaranteed next turn. It's fine. Still haven't seen a ram shift. Wondering when that's gonna bite us. Yeah. Definitely wish I hadn't messed that up. Wish I had one more boost on that beast right now. I was just planning on taking a damage because I didn't see any way for it to die. Because it's a decent chance that nothing within 2 of cool deck dies this turn. Yep, ice repair. Well, that's quite a sound effect. But it's also fine. Like there's no it's fine if it takes a second. All right, Maldar dies. Good. So we probably have the monstrosity up against Jarmund. That we could also send it the other way. We've got options. I think we're sending it up against Jarmund. We could demand on this ice golem or something. Stim Shrooms isn't really helping us too much right here. I think with the Monstro we got a chance at the late game. So I'm not. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it here and keep pumping out what we need to. Do we want to overextend the beast? Just to attack the mage. It gives pretty easy shots on it to kill. We could just take a golem shot over here. Yeah, I think that's good. That's good enough. And no reason to expose that beast more than we have to. Yeah, we still got tons of carriers, tons of beasts at this point. All right. Let's take out Jarmund finally, or not. We'll see. Yeah, we got it. Good. It's definitely not guaranteed. It's probably like 60-70%. Grab another carrier. But yep, looks like we'll get it. That's decently lucky to get that. And that looks pretty good. Yeah, don't see any reason to discard any of these cards really. Right now in the end game, our turns should be a little bit quicker. The bear calf is ready to fight the monstrosity. Yeah, I guess I wasn't thinking about that, but yeah, a water D is that's been the plan all along. Monstro comes down, and we got bear calves to answer it. This has been an econ slog the whole way. So we're hoping for some big misses. If we get like 9 damage on the monster, that'll hurt pretty bad. Ooh, I wasn't even thinking about Bulldog's not safe. Hmm. Hmm. The problem. We can only get one Smith on Cool Doc. So this is fine. This is like incredibly fine. Not even scared. Wow. So that's yeah, that's anywhere from 3 to 9 damage. I got a little lucky. I'll admit it. All right. We're gonna get back. We're gonna hope to one shot our boy over there, the Beast Rider. Don't want him doing too much damage to my boy the Monstro. Um, we got 3 good attacks. Yep, no reason to think too much more. We're not gonna have too many carriers. I definitely could see this game. Could see this game being an L. It's close. Because we don't have a ton of carriers. Our engine is sort of petering out. Monstro is sort of our last hope. That was very lucky. That's huge. It's definitely gonna come down to every little thing in this end game. That or we're gonna get wiped off the map. We'll have to see. Just because like I think at this point, I don't know. I feel like Waterdeep cannot like there's probably not going to be that many carriers. Like there's probably not going to be that much food for carriers. We're looking at a ram shift at some point. So it's at least going to be close. Definitely getting that 5 on the yeah, they got unlucky. With not any damage on Cool Doc and not getting a second attack on the Monstro. They got a little bit robbed there. Because five melee dice does not on average hit 5. There we go. Swinging some luck around maybe. Um, we could definitely demand on Sfara, demand a mage on Sfara, for the kill. It would not be a very consistent kill, but it would be a kill. We're out of beasts. There's no more beasts. I just realized that. Yeah, there's nothing left. Nothing left. Uh, that's a little bit scary. No more beasts. Our boosts do nothing. Um, yeah, we'll have to hope this works out. We'll keep that shaman back, I guess. I guess Waterdeep does not know necessarily that we're totally out of beasts, but um, he should. All right, let's go for this. This could be the kill, though. We'd have to get pretty lucky. So yeah, let's go for it. Get out of here, Svara. You've got to move back. You've got to be safe from now on. I wanna force you to retreat. Alright, do that attack too. Looks pretty good. Sweet. So now as far as scared. Yeah, very good game. I went into the wire. I think if I had to guess, I'd say Waterdeep has more resources than me at this point. We gave Far a big beating, so he's gotta look back, and we got the monster. I mean, that's sort of how Fungal Dwarf games turn out in the end. It's like, all right, well, they've got like 10 more cards in hand and draw than I do. But I've got monster on board and like but I've got a better board state basically. I've built up this machine. So but uh him clearing out all the beasts, no way for beasts to come back is insane. I'd honestly have to rewatch to just see how effectively he's done that, but just not giving me too many infects, being very careful about all of that. I'm surprised we've never gotten a ram shift turn. I assume the cards didn't work out very well. I wonder if like there was like a big discard in like an early turn. No. Many cards? Player two discarded. Player two has discarded 6 cards. I've discarded 9 cards. And yeah, maybe not. Maybe I haven't been patient enough for this matchup. Yeah, well, we'll have to see. It should come down to the wire. It should come down to like I think we'll take Water D down to at least like last 2 3 cards in hand. Unless we get some like high rolls against this. As far as gotta move back. Uh, he doesn't know that I don't have a unit in hand. Like I could have a shaman in hand. Nope, I couldn't. All right, so he knows that Sfar is safe in that case. Just going here. Well, not necessarily. Yeah, at 1 magic, Sfar is safe. Um, we got pretty good dice for 11 dice to do 7 damage. Pretty good too. Definitely could be less. That would be sad. Um, yeah, I suppose you'd want to like move this back or something, but not in range of that right now. You gonna equip that frost axe? It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be real tight. Nope, just keeping it safe. Waiting for the cav. Yep, just gonna frost axe lines are gonna be the path to victory. Take out this monstrosity. That's lucky. Did you miss that one too? Yeah. Wow. Luck is on our side. Both those shamans could be dead, and that would be real bad. Yep, nothing really more to say about it. Um, uh, yeah, maybe move Koldak here. Um, the shaman there. Yeah, I think everything else is pretty happy where it is right now. All right. Down to 10 minutes on the clock. You're definitely using all of it. Oh yeah, I was wondering about like how many turns like your longest fungal dwarf games are. This game will be a good example of that. For just how long a fungal dwarfs game can take. Yep, we're down to 20. So I mean, yeah, like 12, 13, 14 turns each before this is out. Yeah, it's definitely gonna come down to Ice Smith. Ice Smith rolls. Oh no, we got a ram shift. Yeah, let's see how effective. Maybe I didn't want to move Coldneck there. Yeah, we'll have to see. Um, might be able to trap me fairly effectively. Um, funnily enough, I did sort of move out of there just to play around ram shift, if anything. But yeah, it sort of lets my units be squished around a little bit more. About Yeah, so maybe what I should have done that previous turn. Let's look at it. I should have been thinking a bit more about ram shift and um should have been grouping up. Should have moved that shaman there. So I was safe from ram shift around that side. Um, Go ahead and watch it again. But yeah, no, because we gave openings for our units to be pushed back here. Um, well, we're getting lucky again. I will take that. Um, yep, let's bring out the monstro. Um, oh wow, we're really at 8 minutes. All right, I mean, we've definitely taken our time. There's been turns that we could have played faster, but we were just like, yeah, well, let's talk about this a little bit more. Maybe that wasn't it. Gonna have to take turns kind of instantly now. Um, Gonna have to just go with the first thing I see. Can't be thinking anymore. It's good to see the clock come down like this. 'Cause yeah, you gotta play fast, and fungal doors you get punished. And now Water D's in the end game has a lot more time to think than I do. Yeah, and that's good. The fungal doors, it feels like sort of like setting up the engine is like your biggest scare. Where you gotta give it thought. As far being low health is good though. Yeah, it's coming down to the wire. With two magic and four cards, um, I could see this game going either way. Because looking at his board is pretty bad, but he could wipe out the last of my units pretty quick. I have to see what he goes with. Yeah, I think last time when the league played this matchup, Sfara had not been nerfed yet, so I almost feel like we need to do it again. I hope Massimo. I want him to change the league statistics to split between Sfara 2.0 and Sarah 1.0. Because I all statistics before that are bunk. I mean, there's no point in merging though. Doesn't make sense. I wonder. So we've seen Svara change, Sarah change, seen Mal change, and Cooldock change makes sense too. If anything, just to change Cooldock back to how initially intended. I don't know how I feel about the one HP nerf. Might be against it. Uh, in the long term, I think it'll make Cooldock a lot less competitive. But that's maybe not a bad thing. You don't mind playing the underdog. Um, Seems like what could be next steps? Or at least put an asterisk next to the old numbers. Yeah, yeah. Well, I feel like I don't know. Well, because like you don't want to have like new players come on and be like, "What? Sarah 1.0, Sarah 2.0? I'm confused. This doesn't make any sense." So like I would just bury the first the for the changes that have like actually been made 100%. Um so just for Sarah and Svara, I would just bury all the data that we had previously. Like I mean, it's great that we had all those games. But it's kind of bunk. Uh, like it's just I don't know the the new data is going to be very different. I think it seems like so. Like I wouldn't get rid of it obviously, but just like be like I don't know. There could just be like a small tab underneath. Like so, what is displayed now? I would change to be just 2.0 data, only 2.0 data, and then you could click on a little tab underneath to be like to look at the data from 1.0 because it's still great to have that data and to compare and whatnot. But I think they should just be they should be distinguished. Always little nits we can pick on the Summon Wars community. Yep, makes sense that we're doing a big turn, and this could easily be it. This can it's down to the last little units, last bits. Waterdee's been smart, saved up his time, so he can think about these ram shift turns. I've got to play pretty instantly in order to not get in the real danger zone here. Um, Still have a stem shrooms in hand. Might be able to pop up a surprise at some point. It looks like both my beasts should be. Yeah, I don't. It's hard to think about this turn. You feel like you could probably kill. I wonder if he has a shift too. Feel like this could probably be killed. I feel like this could probably be killed. It's a little bit hard to like move forward and back. Um, yeah, no, I'm always happy to not have to be the person making the ram shift play. So let him do his best. Interesting. Well, is he not playing around stim shrooms? Because that will be the game. If he doesn't, Monstro can go 5 on 3. Looks like we're not. There's a good chance there's it, unless we miss, in which case it's not it. All right. Well, it's been a very close game. Well, I guess let's not say GG until we're actually there. Let's not jump the gun. Um, yeah. Yep, that monster is very exposed. If this misses, that's sort of just the game. Do we want to move up like cool dock in case it misses? Yeah, it's fine. All right, and for the game. And that is it. That's that is GG. That concludes the Waterdeep Ben 10 finale series. Cool Doc is OP. We need at least 5 health removed from his summoner before we could even get remotely anywhere near balance. No, that's all a joke. That game was incredibly close. I think that game is actually sort of a paradigm of of playing this matchup. I think Waterdeep GG. Just talking about I think you played that very well. I honestly need to go back just to think about it and to see how you did it. But I was just looking at my board at some point and be like, huh, I'm out of beasts and I'm out of carriers. And it seemed like by the latter half of the mid game, you were not exposing much low health units. You were just able to pick out my engine one by one. I think that was that was a great game. I hoped you were 4 for 5. Okay, um what with 4 for 5 on what on the final attack? Or in or for what the 4 for 5? And yeah, that against the bear with the axe. Um, yes. Oh, yeah. No, that was awful. That was. I don't know what the odds are there, but yeah, like yeah, there's a the bear survives like 70% of the time at least. There. That was yeah. I mean, this game was so close. It feels like every little edge came down to it. And yeah, you had some misses at the end there. I think there was a turn where I had a shaman here, you had a mage here, and they were both shooting 2 dice. And like this one might have even been at one health, and you missed both of them. And it's just and when the games are this close, every little strategic edge, every little dice edge, comes in. Odds of bear survival 60%. Yeah, you're definitely comfortable with that. Yeah, that makes sense. I would have done that too. Monster is not consistently dishing out five. Uh, yeah, yeah. Anything else to say about this matchup, or just like general tips for people about how to play around fungal dwarves in matchups like this? Because it seems like you had very good um, you had a very good line here. And yes, matchup is the power of farm versus the power of axe bears, ice bear, ice ram. Yeah, that makes sense. But ice ram decided to be bottom both. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think that's those had been higher up. I'm gonna go ahead and say the game would have been yours, just based on how close it was at the end there. What were your last cards? You had a golem, ram, and shift. And then what was the fourth one? Is it also like a shift or something or a ram? Oh, you already did you played did you play a shift without a ram at some point? Or no, you played a ram without a shift? I don't remember. um yeah, that's fair. I think you played very well. Just trying to point out where the match could have been decided one way. No, no, absolutely. It's fun to talk about a match. Either way, and where the critical points were. I think that was a very close game. I would say if you go back in the VODs, there's a lot of me saying, I don't know, I think I'm losing this. Yeah, uh, very tight. Yeah, it makes sense for this matchup to all be about ice smiths. If you can just yeah, I guess bear calves and golems too, but with the ice ram, but just all be about setting up choke points exactly like this, and um just get not giving infects as much as you can, wherever you can, just making them really work to get those infect kills. Yeah, what I really want to look back at is just because like it felt like in the early game, like I was getting like it's really hard to stop infects, like just to stop, like just say don't let Cooldock get infects. It's like okay, well thanks. But like the parapet alignment was beautiful for a while. But I'm still like getting infects for like you like there's sort of no way to stop Cooldock from getting infects. You just want to limit them. But there was just a point which is like where you just had set it up into the late game where it's just like, yeah, I'm not getting any more. Um, a lot of the matchup comes down to the fact Sfar can't really stop Maldar Monstrosity from happening. Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of matchups, is you just can't stop it from happening. So you just hope you can outlast them with axes and rams. Sfar can't stop the farming, but she has tools to really fight for value still against the farm. Yeah, that's good. That makes sense. I remember there's some speculation in the when this matchup first came out. There's like and before the nerf that the only way for Sfar to win is with a ram shift to get in there early. And yeah, I think I mean obviously post nerf assassination Sfar is dead. Um, but except for like assassin bears and whatnot. But yeah, I think there's a lot of factions that can compete in the end game with Cooldock. Not all of them. Not Wayfarers, not Cave Goblins. But there's a lot of factions that can have surprisingly effective strategies. This is one of the matchups where Nadiana is good. Yeah, that would make sense. But she was in first hand, and I don't think it's worth the push for her in first hand. Yeah, it's hard. It's seldom worth to push for anybody in first hand, except for if it's a low cost champ, and sometimes like I'll push for Shonk. I think I'll push for Targan too sometimes. I've gotten more and more on Team Targan as it goes. Like Targan used to be an auto discard for me, and now it's just like I don't know. Like I can like I don't know. I can retreat and put some get a bunch of Frost Shaman value, etc. Yeah, it'd be fun to like look at a list of champs and be like, what are the champs that you would even consider? Like, like what are the champs that if you draw first turn you don't discard? I mean, Monstrosity is one of them, even though it's Monstrosity is a champ that you will hold for 10 turns, which is kind of ridiculous. Or at least that's how I play. um, I really like Targan. Like all three champs. Yeah, I think now the underrated champ for me is Ragnar. I'm not I Ragnar is almost always auto discard. I see I I'm not I don't go for like big fighter value very often. Um, I discard most of my fighters. Like if I have it there, if Ragnar's the only champ in hand and I play Ragnar and I have three boosts, it's like all right, I'll play a fighter. Like I could see this popping off. It seems like a lot better in deck builds when you have like willpower and axes and whatnot. Um, yeah, you can hold some 5 cost champs that you can drop next turn. Yeah, that's the general rule of thumb is like if you're not playing it this turn and you're not playing it next turn, like that card probably belongs in your discard pile unless you have a very good reason. Unless you're like, no, this is going to be a grindy matchup. I need to hold release spores. Um, I'd be curious. Maybe I'll ask Aaron to like, or Aaron or Prophet to like give a detailed breakdown of of my misplays this game. It's kind of a the kind of rude to just assume that they got all sorts of time to be doing that. But it's always interesting. So release spores. There's a turn. Yeah, I mean, so for release spores first turn, you feel like you sort of have to either discard or play it for just one value. I think this turn I played release spores. Oh, am I here already? Oh yeah. So this turn I played release spores. And I sort of, as I played it, I was like, yeah, I feel like both Aaron and Prophet would tell me not to play it here because I'm just, like this board is just too clogged with units that I can't really use. But I played it anyway, and maybe it was part of it. Like I thought that I had another one in there. Um, but yeah, I have to think about it a bit more. But like I think I wonder if I should have played this matchup a bit more patiently. So it's like release boards. It's like okay, well you're not playing it this turn. You're not maybe not even playing it next turn. Do you still hold it? Well, maybe in a matchup like this, you can really afford to hold things and be like, nope, I'm gonna get it. Like I know I'm not playing that card for 4 more turns, but once I do, it's value, and I don't need as much tempo here. I think I still discarded more than you. I think I was more concerned about tempo. Because I mean that's sort of what Cool Dock does. You got to get the engine burning. But it's fun to see players like Aaron and Prophet seem to be able to um, know when being patient will pay off. Because I mean a lot of times you're too patient, fungal engine doesn't pop off and you're screwed. But really strong players seem to be able to get around that. People underestimate Sfara power to melee, but Ice Repairs, Axes, and Ice Golems give Sfara insane melee. The only way to beat Sfara at melee is to have a cannon summoner that destroys all the high health units. Um, uh, I think you're right. I think this is something that I haven't acknowledged. Oh, something I want to. I think this should probably be our last game. I think I'm a bit tired, and I know you have to go. But at some point, I'd be curious to do a rematch. Do a rematch against you as me as Sky Sparavians, you as Polar Dwarfs. Just take some of your advice about hanging back and see if I can do any better. Personally, I think. Oh wait, no, I'm just like super scrolled up. I was reading your messages from Sky Series about the Sky Sparavians. So that's funny. Uh, you can hold some 5 costs next turn. Yeah. Um, yeah, if it, as long as you can drop them next turn. That's when you want to be playing them. Yeah, well thanks for the thanks for this matchup. Thanks for all these matches. That was a ton of fun. And thanks for so much of your time to do this massive series and to play 5 whole games yesterday. That was crazy. Um I'm the winner of the universe. Yeah, that's how it works. I I expect a badge. I'll be emailing Joe. I'll be emailing Massimo, champion of the universe. But we can, if you get a bunch of time again, we can have a second championship of the universe. Yeah, let me know if even sometime like if there's some time for you the weekdays next week, I'd be happy to just play one game, one live game or something around lunchtime or whatever. Just let me know. Let me know whenever you're free again. I'll be around. I'm enjoying streaming. I'll keep doing it, and that goes for anyone else too. I don't. Jack6 said he might be free tomorrow. I'll have to check. But assuming he is, I love to play someone else I haven't played before on Friday. Do some more live games. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun.